Hey guys, Max here from the Crypto Experiment. I hope you guys are all doing very well. I have just gotten back from Australia, my lovely holiday abroad, which has been much awaited. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing really well. The market has taken a massive dip. I'm sure you guys have seen lots of the tariff wars are still playing out, but have hopefully ended. But we shall see. So we'll jump into that. I wanted to do a post-Australia portfolio update as well. The last video I did was a pre-Australia portfolio update, so I'd like to close that off with a 3 weeks later or thereabouts, and we'll see how the portfolio is doing. Hint, it's not doing very well, but we also did make one more investment, which I did make a video saying I'm making my final investment, and that was into Solana. I have very recently, as of today, invested in Ethereum. So we're not going down the dodgy low cap meme coin route anymore. I've invested enough into low cap memes to definitely put me off for the time being. And I'm just going to wait for those to recover if they do. Fingers crossed they do. Otherwise, lots of money will have been wasted. But yeah, so I did invest in Ethereum. I invested 5,000 into Ethereum, which is pretty much now I have no money left. So I'm going to be, maybe when I get paid, invest more. I'm not 100% yet. I don't know. But Ethereum has been performing incredibly badly. And so I just thought, after this massive crash that's just happened, I'll just put a little bit in and we'll see what happens. As it could easily do a 3x, 4x, in which case I'll be making quite a bit of money. If it doesn't, then it's not lost, because next bull run it will easily reach this point again. So hey ho, it is what it is. But anyway, let's jump into the Crypto Experiment portfolio. So here we go. I'm just going to gloss over some of the numbers. Maybe we'll just go on the big view. So yeah, we invested 10k into Solana just before I left for Australia. That now, due to this big crash, has gone down to 8,188. I was tempted to put it into Solana instead of Ethereum, but I thought I may as well diversify my portfolio. So I bought some Ethereum, and then that is up currently because we've had a bounce back, which has been nice. So hopefully that's the bottom of this crash, and we do have a bounce back. But a lot of the plays have been drained so hard. So this portfolio is going to be looking quite sad. Close your eyes, guys, if you don't like red numbers and red fucking graphs and lost money. Well, lost money, you never lose until you sell, guys. So, holding on for dear life at this point. But yeah, so we have Hoppy, 5,900 down to 810. We've got Turbo down to 2,000, which is incredibly low, considering we did also DCA into Turbo. So, Turbo is very, very, very low. Then we have Watt, which is down to 50 from 1,500. That is tragic. We have Bolt, which is down to 20 from 400, which is tragic. Those two I'm getting rid of, 100%. Well, hopefully they rise and recover a bit, and then I'll get rid of them. We have Myro, which is down to 330 from 2,300. Not amazing. Wen is down a lot as well. I'm very upset about Wen, because Wen was our cute kitty cat that was doing okay, but now she's not doing very well. So that's 2,250 down to 404. Then we've got Slur, 1,500 down to 277. Again, here these both are 0 points, so they've gone down to about a fifth of their investment. Duco is about a tenth of what I invested, 1,900 down to 216. Neverso is the ruggiest of them all, from £1,000 down to £7. Peng is down from 680 down to 30. We did DCA like 30 equal into Peng, so that's doing terribly. Mudeng is down horribly as well. Now, Mudeng would be one that I would consider DCAing into. Probably the only one of my players that I am comfortable DCAing into, because I still think Mudeng could do all right. Hopefully it looks like it's bottomed out. We'll check some of the graphs later on CoinMarketCap, but I still have decent hopes for Mudeng. Same with a few of these, to be honest. But we need Ethereum and we need Solana and we need Bitcoin to recover and be hitting new all-time highs. I think when Bitcoin's hitting new all-time highs, hopefully Ethereum and Solana are both up to their previous... Well, Ethereum didn't even hit an all-time high, but hopefully Solana and Ethereum went up to where they were before, when all the memes were crushing. And if that's the case, then hopefully a lot of the memes recover quite a bit. And if that is the case, then hopefully the memes will do another like 10, 20x from here. in which case I'll definitely be in profit on most of them. But again, we'll see. I'm banking a lot of this on the bull market still continuing, and us hitting new all-time highs for Bitcoin and for Ethereum and Solana and all the rest of them. Then we've got Foxy here, which is at 55, down from 750. Again, Foxy is looking really sad. Foxy was looking pretty good until recently. These last liquidations, these last tariff updates have plummeted it right down. Not very fun. Then we have our 4 or 5 utility plays. Goldfinch. These ones have all been performing the best, to be fair, apart from Talent Protocol. Goldfinch is down to a fifth of its current investment. Our initial investment, which, to be honest, us saying that's the best, that's fucking tragic still, but it's better than some of the bloody memes. Then we got Rarible, 2k invested down to 800. That's actually not too bad. Then we got Shapeshift Fox, again 2000 down to 737. Not too bad. Talent Protocol's been doing terribly, 2000 down to 176. That is crap. So we're gonna pray for Talent Protocol and all the other memes. And then we've got Internet Computer Protocol, ICP, 1,500 invested, down to 572. Now, ICP, I also probably would DCA more into, as it is a large hedge as opposed to a risky low cap crypto. But again, I don't have much money at all anymore, and I think I should keep some in my bank before I completely fucking derail myself here in every sense of the word. And then we've got Pangolin, which is down from 500 down to £100. So we're currently down at £30,000. We have invested a total of £52,000 now. That's including my new Ethereum investment. That and the new Solana investment would take us down to 37. So we've invested a lot just in those 2 plays. And to be honest, I'm kind of happy with those. I have more money in Hoppy than I do in Ethereum. How fucked is that, considering Hoppy is now down a stupid amount? So you can see I have made some very clever decisions so far. We'll see how it all plays out. That's the whole point of this, me documenting this. It will just be fun to see what happens and hopefully not waste all my fucking money, because I'll be tragically sad. And then I'll have a little GoFundMe or something to recover my losses. I'm joking, I definitely wouldn't do that, but it's just a fun thing to document, hey. And yeah, so that's it. Now 52,000 invested, 31k down, so we're sitting at £21,000 current valuation of my crypto portfolio. So let's go into the graphs now. So we've had a bit of a bounce back from Bitcoin, which is nice. So let's go into the Bitcoin chart. Yeah, so the past 2 days, or just for the past day, honestly, I don't even know, you guys might know, I'm not 100% what actually caused this rift here. I assume it's more tariff stuff. I didn't actually see anything in the news on this, but I assume it's more tariff stuff. We obviously had, on April the 2nd, we had when the other tariffs news came out, which was like US global, when they released what tariffs they were, reciprocal tariffs, that was it, what reciprocal tariffs the US were imposing on other countries. So that was the cause of this massive sell-off. Then we have just had another massive sell-off, which was to do with something else, I don't know, probably tariff related. We have had a bit of a bounce back, as you can see. We started recovering. I bought Ethereum when it basically had bottomed out there. So I bought Ethereum somewhere down here, so I'm quite happy with where I bought it. Again, why Ethereum? I mean, if Ethereum literally just goes back to where it was 6 months ago, I mean, not even 6 months ago, like 3 months ago, then we nearly do a 3x, which means I make £10,000, which is great. So we're just praying, and Ethereum has been performing super badly this cycle anyway, so we're just praying that the market recovers up to about that point, or hopefully higher. Well, it should be much higher if we start getting some new all-time highs and actually hit hopefully 100k Bitcoin. We'll see what happens. I still think that could be very possible. 100k Bitcoin. Hopefully Ethereum might go up to like 5k, which would be insane. And then Solana, I don't even know, what did Solana even hit? Solana maybe £400, £350. Again, that would be insane. I'd be making a lot of money just on the Solana and the Ethereum investments. Obviously it's not the kind of money that I thought I would be making from when I first started investing in the memes, but obviously they've drained so much now that it's just, I don't even fucking, I've definitely reevaluated my goals for this bull run. I said that I've definitely learned a lot more than I went in going pretty naive. I'd say I am still quite naive, but I definitely have learned more about what to be wary of and not to just pile all your money into fucking stupid meme coins, which might be common sense to some of you. It probably was to me, but I still talked myself into doing it, which was pretty dumb. But hey ho, so that's that. Just on bullish news, we've got that Trump is saying that the Fed needs to cut rates and start the printing of cash and thus bring high risk assets up, which is good. So the Fed's obviously not been cutting rates in America. We want them to start cutting rates and thus push the valuation of crypto up. That is very bullish. So Trump is saying that the Fed should cut rates, so that's good. Again, this might all be part of America's plan, Trump's plan to bring, I don't know too much on this, but lower the cost of the dollar and bring interest rates down and all this kind of stuff. I don't know too much about it, but I've listened to some people talk about it, and it all might be part of a greater plan to sort out the economy in the long run. Who knows? It's only been months. Crypto still may be super, super bullish after this. We don't know. Obviously, the tariff things are just happening right now. So the resolution of those could be coming as well, which hopefully would sort stuff out. So we've got some other just small news. We've got there is no okay, I misread this. Unusual well, so it was announced Trump is considering a 90-day pause on tariffs, and apparently they lined that up with this big bounce. And then they said, breaking, there is no confirmation of the 90-day tariff pause. So that fucking sums up these Instagram posts. I mean, fuck knows. So that's a completely non-post. You can ignore that. And then here we've got some good news from the tariffs, which are some countries are positioning to just remove all their tariffs on America. Now, I mean, on the 2nd, they released a list of their reciprocal tariffs. Obviously, that means that these countries have tariffs already placed on the US. So in America placing these reciprocal tariffs, that's obviously going to cause problems for those countries. So in response to that, some countries are removing their tariffs on America completely. That is obviously great for the market. And yeah, again, we'll just see how these tariff trade wars will play out. We don't know, obviously, what's going to happen in the future. We're still very much just short-sighted right now and how it's affecting the market in the immediate term. But in the long term, things may improve. The US economy might improve from this. Again, who knows how this will all play out, but it is all to do to strengthen the US economy, I think, anyway. I mean, it's obviously not to worsen it, but we'll see if it actually does and how it affects the markets, etc. So yeah, that's that. So there is some good news as well, and yeah, we'll just see what happens. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to cover regarding the market and stuff. I hope you guys are doing very well. I'm trying to battle the jet lag right now. I also have this sign up here. I don't know if that's going to be displayed the correct way or if I need to reverse the image, but that was the sign. It says MaxiPad, and that is the sign that my mates were holding when I met them at the airport after arriving in Australia. But yeah, hey ho, funny. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys are doing extremely well. Go visit Australia if you haven't, and it's very beautiful. Sydney is gorgeous. Also visited Melbourne, highly recommend. Both very, very nice places. Lots to do, lovely beaches, and great weather. So yeah, guys, hope you're doing well. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Please do keep following along for the crypto experiment. We're going to keep the journey going, and we'll see how it all ends. But yeah, guys, peace.